Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot at startup funding and investing. Napoleon never ran a startup, but his life provides many lessons for the startup founder. Here are some lessons to take away from his campaign in Russia. Underestimating risk. Napoleon underestimated the harshness of the Russian winter and suffered great losses. The startup should consider carefully the market to pursue before investing substantial resources. Overconfidence. Napoleon grew overconfident from his past successes. The startup should consider each opportunity as a new way to succeed or fail. Failure to adapt. Napoleon refused to modify his traditional plan and suffered losses for it. The startup should adapt to the market conditions and make changes to optimize the team for each stage. Failing to take timing into account. Napoleon refused to retreat from Russia and suffered for it. The startup should ask if now is the right time to pursue a market. Overextending. Napoleon overextended himself in attacking Russia. The startup founder should consider focusing resources on a few key priorities and not spread out over too many. Consider the fate of Napoleon and his attack on Russia as a series of lessons for your startup. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start us with today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.